Hello everybody, my name is Drew.
And I'm Bree.
And welcome back to another episode of Kokomo Post Tries, partnered with the Coca-Cola bottling company of Kokomo. Today we are at a new restaurant here in Kokomo called Poulards Cajun Cuisine. Have you ever had Cajun Cuisine?
You know, I have. I've had it one time, and that was a couple of weeks ago when I found out about this place. You guys were talking about it at the office. We saw some Facebook photos. I had to try it out. So spoiler alert, I already know that their gumbo is fantastic.
Awesome. I've actually been here before too. This is one of my random lunch spots I'll go to in Kokomo. So yeah, I'm excited about this. I've been to Louisiana before. I've had like really good Cajun food. It's become one of my favorite styles of food, so I'm really excited about today. So we're actually gonna have the two owners, Darlene and Ken, join us at this table, and they're gonna tell us a little bit about the restaurant and why they started it, as well as about the dishes that we're gonna be trying today. So let's meet up with them. All right, so we're here with the owners, Darlene and Ken, and tell us just a little bit about the restaurant. Why did you start this restaurant, and why Cajun Cuisine?
Well, we really wanted to be able to have a restaurant that symbolizes where my husband's from. Grew up in Louisiana, went to college in Louisiana, and ended up here because Delco had recruited him. But we wanted something that showed his southern roots and was authentic in the food. And for years, he's done some things in the community, and he would always, people would always say, you guys ought to open a restaurant because we really enjoy your food. So he decided at this point in life, why not go for it?
So tell us, what do you love about Cajun Cuisine and why this style of restaurant?
Well, because I'm born and raised on the bayous of southern Louisiana. I grew up, my grandmother back in the 60s, 70s, with food and family gatherings. Cajun food is basically kind of where I was born in Lafayette, which is Acadiana Parish, and that is where the French Canadians came down and then basically mingled with everyone else that's natives there. And so this cuisine developed out of different aspects of all the different people there. And so it's just a natural homegrown thing in me to do that.
Amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so one of my favorite questions to ask is, tell us, what are we going to be trying today?
Okay, great. We have three items. We're going to start with the Louisiana Po Boy, which is this is a Louisiana sandwich. We're going to have today going to be the combo. We're going to have half shrimp and half catfish. Second item will be it's called Gumbalaya. It's a combination of jambalaya and gumbo. And so you get the unique and rich flavors of the jambalaya in addition to all the meats, ingredients in the gumbo combined into one dish. And then the final one, which is our signature dish, is the Poulard. The Poulard is based on the Poulard basin that spans between Baton Rouge and Lafayette, Louisiana. It's about 26 miles of swamp. And so this dish is made to represent that. It's a bed of rice with a fillet, golden fillet of catfish. On top of that is a crawfish etouffee. So that will be the third dish.
Amazing. Sounds so good. I'm really excited about this. Let's start trying some things. All right, so we've got the first dish we're trying today, which this is the Po Boy classic Southern style sandwich with really good bread. And this one, they're giving us as much as they can today. So this sandwich is half fried shrimp and then half catfish. And there's some lettuce. They called it a Creole sauce and tomato on this as well.
Looks delicious.
It looks really good. We're gonna actually cut this in fourths so both of us get to try the shrimp and catfish, but I will warn you, I've had po' boys in the past. It's a messy sandwich. It's one of those sandwiches we're probably gonna end up using a fork for.
It looks to be that way. I have never had a po' boy sandwich, so I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a lot of firsts for you today. I think.
A lot of
firsts. This is exciting. So let us get this cut up and then we'll give it a try. All right, so we've got the sandwiches cut up. I'll be honest, I snuck a bite of the shrimp before.
You're cheating.
I kind of cheated. It was really good. So which one do you want to try first?
I think I'm gonna go for the shrimp since
all right, let's try the shrimp.
Kind of spoiled it.
And we'll give that a try.
All right. I don't think there's gonna be an attractive way to eat
There's
this.
not. I warned you. It's a messy sandwich.
All right.
Cheers.
That's delicious.
The shrimp is so good. It's lightly breaded. It's got like a good kick to it.
Yeah.
Which that's like I think a stereotype of Cajun food, that it's all just really spicy.
No.
Which isn't true. You can have really spicy Cajun food, but not all of it is really spicy, but it's got a good flavor of spice to it.
Yeah.
It isn't overwhelming. The shrimp is cooked perfectly. It's not like rock hard like a lot of fried shrimp can get. It's still tender. It's still just so good. Really good.
It's so good. And like you said, it's not overly spicy. It has just a little kick to it. So I kind of thought the same thing when you go into Cajun food that you're gonna get really spicy, but that's not the case. This is perfectly seasoned and so delicious.
And the Creole sauce on it is really good too.
Very good.
I'm guessing it's like a mayonnaise-based type of sauce with a lot of seasoning in it. Very good, very delicious. The bread is soft.
Yep.
Great sandwich. Let's give the catfish a try.
All right. Okay, so now we have the catfish. We're gonna give this one a try. Looks equally as delicious as the shrimp. Are you ready?
Cheers. They know how to fry things really well. I'm learning that already. It's tender, it's not heavy, it's not like a heavy fry. It's light and like flaky.
Yeah.
The fish is good. A lot of times with catfish, all you taste is the breading.
Yeah.
When it's fried, you really taste the fish really well in this. So tender, so good. The Creole sauce, once again, is
delicious.
Really good with the catfish and the fry. So good.
Yeah, I was right. It is as equally as good as the shrimp.
Yeah.
Love this sandwich.
All right, so let's see what's next. All right, so next up we have a creation here that they call Gumbalaya, which is a good combination of the gumbo as well as the jambalaya. And like the biggest difference is with the gumbo, they usually serve that with white rice. With the Gumbalaya, you're being served the gumbo, but with the jambalaya rice. So that's like the biggest difference here. A good combination of two classic Cajun dishes. Have you tried something like this before?
I think that I tried something similar to this. It was either the gumbo or the jambalaya, but I think this is the combination. And they said that the sausage is made in-house.
It's got a really good broth. The rice looks great. The shrimp on top, some green onions and sausage. It also comes with a French baguette, a piece of that, which I'm very excited to dip in all of this. And it's freezing and horrible and snowy outside today, so this is an awesome comfort food dish for us to try. So let's give it a try.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
A messy
Careful.
cheers. Oh, wow.
This is a perfect dish to me. I love a little bit of spice. I love sausage. I love a soup-ish consistency. This is everything I would want in a meal. This is so delicious.
There's so much flavor in that small bite. I just took so much flavor, and like I said, it's cold out. This is such a great cold day food. That sausage, a lot of times sausage has like a chew to it. That kind of just dissolved in my mouth. It's so tender, that sausage is so good, so much flavor in one bite. Once again, it's got a tiny bit of heat, but not like my mouth's on fire.
Yeah, no, it's not overwhelming.
Now, I want to break that stereotype of Cajun food today. Like, not all of it is just insane spicy. It's gonna burn your mouth off. It's got good warming heat, and it's all full of just good spices.
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah, I could eat this all day on a snowy day.
Oh, for sure. I'm definitely going to finish this after we get done filming. I know we normally don't do a ranking system around here, but this is a 10 out of 10 for me.
Wow, top notch.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, let's see what's next. All right, so this is the last thing we're trying today, and they're telling us they saved the best for last. This is their signature dish. This is the achafalaya. It is white rice with the crawfish etouffee sauce with a catfish fillet on top. We've already got it split up. This is a big dish. Honestly, you could split this with somebody for dinner, or get the whole thing and maybe have some for lunch the next day. But then also we have corn makshu as a great side, which is a classic Cajun side as well. I'm learning you can't have Cajun food without a side of bread as well. So we've got some more of that. It smells so good. I can see the crawfish. This is the real deal type of stuff. I'm really excited.
I'm so excited. I'm kind of sad that we're reaching the end of our menu here.
Yeah, so awesome. Let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That might be the best catfish I've ever had in my entire life.
This place is ridiculous.
It's good. It's good. It's really good.
It's good.
It's good. Oh, that catfish. It's like, it's a thicker piece of catfish, which usually, I think like fried catfish, usually a thin slice.
Yeah.
That is so delicious. The sauce on top. I'm gonna have to get a bite with the crawfish because I didn't get that in that original bite. The rice is cooked perfectly.
Yeah.
That sauce is so creamy and delicious. That's the best catfish I've ever had.
I have no words. I'm speechless. I think I took that off of you in the last video.
That's fine, yeah.
But I truly am. This is delicious.
No, so good. I want to get a bite with the crawfish. That flavor is so good. The etouffee, the sauce they have with it, with the rice and the catfish, that's unreal. I see why this is their signature dish. As Ken was saying, this is named after a place in Louisiana, so it's It means a lot to them, which you can tell when you're
Yeah.
eating it. This isn't just a normal dish. This means a lot to them. It really brings him back to his roots in Louisiana, and he's showing that on the plate.
For sure.
Delicious, so good. All right, so this is usually the hardest part of the video, but it's time to pick our favorites for the day. And before we do that, I do want to mention, this is a local restaurant that opened up during the global pandemic. So they, their first year has probably not been their easiest that they're going to have through the history of the business. But I did want to mention they do offer curbside pickup as well as just to-go orders in general. So please come and support this business. If you don't want to get out of your car, that's fine. Call them and tell them you're here. They'll bring it out to your car. If you're not, still doing in-restaurant dining. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that because you really need to try this place. All right, so coming to the decision of what our favorite dishes of the day were. Bree, go ahead.
Mine has to be that Gumbalaya. I meant what I said. It's a 10 out of 10 dish for me. I've told everybody here, it is my favorite dish in Kokomo right now. It's perfection. It's so flavorful. You have to try it if you haven't already.
Yeah, it's so good. Just the flavor of everything we tried today was
unreal.
amazing. Nothing was bland. Nothing was not full of flavor in a big way. So my favorite, hands down, was the achafalaya that we had, which is their signature dish here. Like I said while we were trying it, that dish means a lot to the owners. It's named after an area in Louisiana where Ken grew up, and you could tell, he wanted that dish to be special because it did represent his roots and where he came from, and somehow he ended up in Kokomo blessing all of us with this delicious food. But it was so good. It was the best catfish I think I've ever had in my entire life. I was talking to Ken too. The catfish was really thick, and a lot of time with a fried catfish at a restaurant, it's a thinner catfish. This was thick, and I asked him, is there a reason why? Like, where are you getting these catfish? And he did mention that a lot of restaurants, their catfish farm raised, which that's when they're not as big as they are when they're caught wild, and Ken only uses wild caught catfish here at the restaurant, and that makes a big difference. And not only are they wild caught, they're wild caught in Louisiana. So they're doing their best to be true to the Cajun culture and Cajun food, getting as much as they can from Louisiana to represent Ken's home and Ken's culture that he came to Kokomo from. So thank you for watching this episode of Kokomo Post Tries, partnered with the Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to come and support this restaurant. Come check them out. You guys are gonna love it, we guarantee it. And make sure to leave a comment below also where you think we should be trying next in Kokomo, and we'll see you there.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.